have company, even if I made them up. Your senses are common, your solutions are kinda crazy. That very logic gets us far away from judgment, farther away from perfection. The boundaries you build become protection. Take your time. It's our sense of time. Life is short, yet knows no end when you live your dream. Happy Mars and Libra, everyone. The Ingress happened last night. Today's the first full day of Mars and Libra. And this transit is happening in my third house of short journeys, siblings, inner neighborhood, neighbors. What else was the third house? Communication and basic education, stuff like that. It's the house ruled by Mercury, so it's communication, connections, all of those things, all of the little details, things that make friendship, things that make networking happen. But I would say networking is more like 11th house stuff. But anyways, the point is this trend is happening in my third house, and just like with the ingress alone, I did have a short journey to Jersey, my home state. I went to Newark, New Jersey last night for the therapy session open mic that I promoted in my last video, my last poetry video. And it was a time, it started to rain last night, but it didn't ruin the event at all. If anything, it made it even better because the echoes of poetry with the sound of the rain hitting the tent. Oh man, it was a retreat for me. It was a retreat. It was bliss. Um, that, yeah, those sound effects, the echoes of poetry with the sound of the rain, I have to say again. Serenity, harmony, all of these traits of Venus, Libra's ruling planet. And since Mars is transiting my third house of Libra, and I said that the third house rules siblings. Well, Mercury rules siblings. Mercury is associated with the third house. So much. You gotta get specific with astrology because I don't want to say the wrong things to you guys. But my point is, I reunited with a friend who is my sis. That's my point. I reunited with a childhood friend. And like third house really is more like inner neighborhood, childhood friends that you grew up with or your close friends. 11th house is more of like your coworkers, your people you network with. But third house is like your homies, people who see you grow up, and yeah. So there was a lot of meaning in the event last night. I wanted to thank Jasmine Blue for hosting this beautiful event. I will definitely be back at therapy sessions for the next one. I, of course, the Gemini had a Mercury retrograde technical difficulty. The mic wasn't working when I needed it to, when it was my turn. But in true Mercury retrograde in Leo fashion, um, it allowed me to project my voice on a level that had to demonstrate the confidence that I have in my poetry and being a poet and being an artist and being a performer. So I wanted to pat myself on the back, thank Mercury for a second, because even though there was that technical difficulty, I feel like I was able to get even more attention to every word that was coming out of my mouth because there was that technical difficulty and I had to acapella it. The crowd itself, I love the people. I love being home in Jersey because you know what? In Jersey, we go through shit. We're resilient people. We don't take shit too serious. We go through shit, but when we all come together, we just have a good time. Yes, we were venting from our hearts in our poems last night, but even the conversations in the crowd were open-minded in a very comical way. I had a good time. So yeah, and like I said, my childhood friend who I consider a sis, like I don't call her hey friend, I'd be like hey sis. Someone like a sibling has returned into my life, and she's a Cancer, and I'm just thinking about like the blessings of Jupiter in Cancer, and Venus is in Cancer, and it was a beautiful blessing to see my friend Scarlett. So shout out to my friend Scarlett, shout out to Jasmine Blue, shout out to therapy sessions, shout out to Mars and Libra. Shout out to Mercury retrograde. You know, we can't hate on Mercury retrograde all the fucking time. All right. I think this Mercury retrograde in Leo was a very good thing. Um, what was I gonna say? Mercury actually goes direct August 11th, August 10th, but August 11th. Right after the full moon in Aquarius. So I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's see what the fuck happens. Um, oh, and about the poem. The poem was a letter to my younger self, my inner child. Because in therapy last week and in my other, like my real therapy, my poetry club, Wildflowers Are Prayers, in both of those sessions, I was given a prompt that I had to focus on your inner child. And I'm like, whoa, this constant theme coming up. Uh, I have a lot to say, but I have to confine it into something that my inner child would actually understand. Because, even if we're adults, our inner child isn't going to understand our adult mind. If you're speaking to your inner child, because your inner child still has your inner child brain. So I made it short and I made it clear. I made it an affirmation because the life that I'm living right now, if my younger me knew how much freedom, creativity, love, and prosperity there is in my life right now, simply because I created it on my own, I think younger me would be crying right now. Because younger me wasn't a stupid bitch. She knows what is going on. Alright, but anyways, thank you guys for listening to my poem, hearing about therapy sessions last night. Oh my god, I didn't even say shout out to Jersey. Shout out to my home state. I love being home. I will actually be back in Jersey August 28th for a open mic at Speak Up Series in Elizabeth, New Jersey, my hometown. But I will share the flyer for that when it's ready. What else was I gonna say? That is all, everybody. Actually, I'm not gonna keep on yapping. I think I'm going to 8 minutes now in this video. But thank you very much. Take care of your inner child. Always think of your inner child. Speak to them if they haven't heard of you in a while. Happy Mars and Libra.